Now we had designed the header component of our music player. Now if we go on the Figma and check that, now after that we have to render this image, basically the song image. So how we can do that? Let's do that quickly. So after this header component, let me collapse this, and here I'm gonna add a image, okay, and I'm gonna import image from the React Native, not from the React Native reanimated. So let me remove this import, and I'm gonna import image from the React Native like this, okay, and I'm gonna add a source, and here I'm gonna add a URI, okay. So we want the image URL as well, to const image URL, and we have to add the image URL. So I want the image, so I can took the image from this website if I want, but I have already selected one image, so I'm gonna copy this image link. Okay, so let me again tell you guys, I'm using one extension that is called view background image extension. So you can download that extension. Once you download that extension, you have to right click on the image, and you can see that view background image. You have to click on that, it will open that image. Okay, so I've already copied that image. Okay, so I'm gonna add an image URL, okay, and I'm gonna pass this image URL like this. Okay, now after that let's style this image as well. So I'm gonna write style is equal to styles dot cover image. All right, so let me copy this style, and let's add the styling to the cover image. So for the cover image, like, it's gonna be like this, and I'm gonna add a height of 300, okay, and width gonna be again 300, okay. And now if you see that, we are able to see that image. Okay, I'm gonna add a border radius of 10. Let me add a border radius as well. After that, if you see that this item is not in the center, right, and it's also needs some kind of margin and padding as well. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a one wrapper here. So I'm gonna add a one view like this, and I'm gonna call this style is equal to styles dot cover image container. Okay, and let me copy this code, and let's go to the here, and after that I'm gonna add a one style here. So basically what the style gonna be, I'm gonna tell that align item center, okay, and to justify content center. Okay, now if you see that it went to the center. All right, now we want some margin vertical as well. So I'm gonna give the margin vertical will be spacing dot large. Okay, now let's see. Now you can see that we got some spacing. Okay, now if you want to give some more spacing, you guys can give, but I think it's looking pretty well. Okay, so we're gonna give some spacing dot extra large as well, so if you want to give. All right, now once you're done with this image, we gonna show the title and the artist name. Okay, so let's do that as well. So if I click on this, what the image height and size, like, it's almost so 61. Okay, we can give decrease the height and width as well if you want to give, like 270 as well if you want to give. Yeah, it's looking pretty well, but yeah, let's do 300. We will adjust if there is need more. Okay, now after the image, we gonna render the title and artist name along with this hot icon as well. So first of all, I'm gonna create one view like this. Inside this view, we're gonna have a text. The first text will be title, so it could be a believer song, and it's gonna be style is equal to styles dot title. Okay, styles dot title. All right, now after that we're gonna have another text that is for author, or whatever the artist name is that. So it's gonna be Imagine Dragon. So I'm gonna write Imagine Dragon. All right, and let me add author instead of having artist. Okay, now let me copy this title and the artist. Okay, now let's go to the bottom here, and I'm gonna add a title, and the font size will be what? So I'm gonna make the font size dot large. Let's see. Now before that, let me add a color as well. So color will be colors dot text primary. Okay, Now after that, what else we gonna be, font size looking cool. Now the font family I'm gonna add, that is called font family will be font families dot medium. Okay, now let's see. Yeah, it's looking pretty well. And I think we can make the title more more bigger if you want, but let's give a shot. Now I'm gonna style the artist as well, so it's gonna be artist, and the font size will be font size dot medium. I'm gonna make this medium. Okay, and the color will be what? Let's add the color of this. So the color will be colors dot secondary text, secondary. Okay, because this is a secondary text and we are able to see it as well. Okay, if we want to make this stuff, it's looking well, like not bad, but I'm thinking if you can make it extra large, so how it's gonna be look. Yeah, extra large is looking quite bit well, which I feel, and we can make this large if you want. No, medium will looks better for this. Okay, now after this, what else we gonna do? We gonna have a title image container, so we gonna call this style is equal to styles dot title container. All right, now we gonna have another view as well, so that view gonna be pretty simple. The main task of this, we gonna call this style is equal to styles dot title row hot container, title row hot container. Because why I'm calling this title row hot container, because we are having inside, this is a one row, here we are having the title and the hot icon as well. That's why I'm calling this title row hot container. And inside this view I'm gonna basically I'm gonna collapse this title container view. All right, and I'm gonna cut this code. I'm gonna paste this code, so it went to the title container, went to the title row hot container code. All right, so here also I'm gonna, after this view I'm gonna add one one component here. It's gonna be a basically one component which the task is too simple, basically to like the icon. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create one okay, let's do like here. I'm gonna add one touchable opacity quickly. Okay, inside the touchable opacity I'm gonna use basically icon. I want one icon, so how we can use it? So let's see on the Figma quickly. So I'm gonna went to the React Native vectors icon and I'm gonna search hot. Okay, so I'm gonna use the and design icon hot. Okay, so let's do like this. I'm gonna import and design. Name will be what? Name will be almost it could be hot icon if it's liked, basically like this. And basically if it's not liked, then it will be like, basically I'm gonna create one state here, const is liked. Basically if it's liked, true. If it's liked, then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna is liked. If it's true, then I'm gonna show the filled hot icon. Okay, if it's like this true, then I'm gonna show the hot icon. If it's not filled, then I'm gonna show this outline hot icon, this hotto icon. Okay, so let's add like this. All right, now after this I'm gonna add the color. The color will be what? Colors dot icon primary. Okay, now as you can see that we are able to see this icon primary color. Okay, but which I supposed to, it should be icon secondary, not icon primary. So let's icon secondary color, switch to the icon secondary. Now we are able to see this liked icon, but if we make it false, then we will see the outline icon. Pretty well. Yeah, pretty well. After that, let's add a size. So that's the size will be icon size dot medium. If I make it medium, let's see. I think medium looking well, not bad. Okay, now if you see that we want this title row hot container and this touchable opacity in a row direction instead of having a in a column direction. So as you can see that we are having this title row container. Okay, and here we are having this icon container. Okay, and this is the main container. Title row hot container is our main container. So I'm gonna apply flex direction as a row. So let's scroll down. So I went to the this here, okay, and I'm gonna add title row hot container as a flex direction as a row. Okay, now let's see. If you apply flex direction as row, now you can see that the item went to the row direction. Okay, now I'm also gonna add align item center. Okay, the item went to the center, and if I apply okay, now after that, if I apply justify content center, what gonna happen? Let's see. Okay, so when you apply justify content, the whole item went to the center, which I don't want. I just want this which what I want, let me explain you, the title container. So the title, let's go to the title container, and it's gonna be like this. After the title row hot container, I'm gonna add the styling for this. I'm gonna tell that flex is a 1. Okay, take the whole height and width. Okay, and make the align items as a center. Okay, all right, and if you want to make a justify content center as well, so you can make it as well. All right, now if you see that it's looking pretty well. Okay, what do you think, guys? It's pretty looking well. I think so. It is on the center, and we are also having this heart icon as well. Okay, and if you want to decrease the fonts, no, it's looking pretty well, guys. Okay, now if we talk about this, cover image container, the height, the margin, yeah, margin is also looking pretty well, and this icon is also looking well. All right, now after this, title row hot container, we are going to add this, icon as well. Sound icon, volume icon, and repeat icon, and the shuffle icon as well. Okay, before that, let me explain you all the things, guys, whatever we had done till at. So first of all, we had created a one player screen. Inside that, we had created a header container. Okay, inside the header container, we are having a arrow left icon and the playing now text. Okay, now let me collapse this. After that, we are having a cover image container. You can see that we had using a inside the view we are having an image, and we are having a title row hot container, and we are having a title container, and we are having this icon container as well. This is the icon. Okay, and let's go to the title row hot container. Now if we scroll down, so we have applied content as a flex is a 1, background color is equal to colors dot background, padding is spacing dot large. All right, now after that, we are having a header container, and here we have defined the width 100%, flex direction row, align item center. We are having a header text, colors dot text primary, font size large, font family medium, flex is a 1, text align center. And for the cover image container, we are doing this, height 300, title artist, row hot container, title container. All right, now we had done pretty well progress. Now we have to add this icon, so let's create another view for this all. So after this, after this title row hot container, I'm gonna create another queue that is called player control container, player control, because here we are having most of the player control, that's why. So I'm gonna name this view. I'm gonna have a view in view. Okay, and we're gonna style this as like this. Style is equal to style dot player control container. All right, now after this view, we're gonna need touchable opacity. Inside the touchable opacity, we are gonna be 3 icons. The first, sound icon. All right, so for the sound, what I'm gonna search on this browser, basically I'm gonna search let's search on the React Native vectors icon. This is the React Native, and I'm gonna search volume. Okay, so I'm gonna search for the volume, and let's see that. Okay, so we're gonna use this icon volume 1 and volume X. Okay, so let's import the feather icon as well. So I'm gonna after this and design, I'm gonna import this feather icon as well. Import feather from React Native vectors icon. Okay, /feather. All right, now after importing the feather icon, let's copy this, and inside the touchable opacity, we are having feather. Okay, and we're gonna add a name. The name will be what? The name will be much more simpler. Let me copy the name, whatever the name it was. The name is volume 1. Okay, yeah, volume 1. I'm gonna use the name as a volume 1. Okay. And color will be what, colors dot icon secondary. Okay, now we are able to see this icon, but the size is pretty small, so I'm gonna add the icon size dot lg. If I make it large, it's looking pretty well. And after this touchable opacity, we are having, okay, there's one more thing. When the user click on mute, okay, so we're gonna set that, if mute is equal to, if it's true, then we're gonna render this icon volume x. Else I'm gonna show that another icon that is called volume icon, like this. Alright, basically if it's mute, then so the okay, let's create one state here, const is mute. Okay, and by default it's gonna be a false. So if it's mute, it false. Okay, so if it's mute is true, then okay, currently it's mute is false, then we are rendering this volume 1 icon. And if it's mute is true, then I'm showing this mute icon. All right.